I wanted to briefly talk about this interview that Blue Blood Sports TV did with Jacob Stitch Duran. I saw it this morning, or half of it, still haven't listened to the other half, but he asks some really, really good questions, and he asks something which I've been wondering, which is, how long is that cut going to put Tszyu out of the ring? And he says no longer than the standard 3 months, he reckons, because he talks about how it was a freak accident, that it was bone against bone that caused the injury, and the cut won't reopen again so easily because, again, it was a serious head-on collision with an elbow, which is about as bad as you can get, that opened the cut up in the first place. And he didn't describe the cut as seriously dangerous in terms of how much blood he was losing and it affecting him, etc. So that's a really, really good thing. Tszyu could be back in the ring. I don't want to put anybody's hopes up, but potentially fairly soon. And Tszyu's recent body of work shows that he wants to get back in there ASAP, because this guy takes on tough fight after tough fight after tough fight, always jumping into the fire. So I don't see any reason why Tszyu will be out for a long period of time, unless maybe there's an injury in camp, who knows. But not only is Tszyu talking very positively, but even his fiancée has posted some very, very supportive stuff for her man, and is talking about how she wants him to, get back in there again, going to support him, which is always really good to hear. And, while this was a shock defeat, and certainly one a lot of people didn't expect, myself included, the way he and his team are handling it seems to be all good, really. It points to positive signs that he is going to come back better and stronger, unlike a lot of fighters who just talk about it, because it reminds me of when his dad lost to Vince Phillips, which again was a upsetting loss. He didn't make any excuses. He just said, no, better man won on the day, I'll be back better and stronger. And sure enough, Tszyu went on to become the undisputed champion. So I don't see any reasons at the moment why his son isn't going to respond in a similar way based on how he's handling the defeat. And I want to give a shout out to Blue Blood again. I managed to ask one question about the doctors not doing their job, but I tried to put it in a polite way because, Stitch Duran, I'm sure, has a lot of relationships with these doctors, and I just basically asked, given that he barely looked at the cut at all during the fight, did he do his job properly? Again, basically is what I said. And Duran says he felt that the doctor could have stopped the fight, and suggested that the doctors could have done more, but he talked about something that a lot of people have been saying for years, which is it all would have come down on the doctor. And he didn't say it, but I'm pretty sure he was going to say, no doctor wants to deal with that. They don't want to deal with the wrath of the fans stopping an important fight like this, especially when it's so exciting. So he says that while, again, the doctor could have done more, he didn't see the cut as being extremely impactful, because, again, Tszyu's motor skills weren't slowing down at all, and he also wasn't even getting hurt by the punches from Fundora. Now, maybe you could say he was playing with fire there, because Tszyu could have ended up getting hurt, but in the end he didn't. So anyway, there were a lot of questions during the fight of how damaging this would be to Tszyu, how long he would be out for, how long that cut again would put him out, and what potential long-term damage it could have done. Well, obviously it's not good to bleed like that, but it sounds, again, and I trust Stitch Duran's words very well, it sounds like it's not going to be that debilitating. And that's great news. That means we could potentially get the rematch soon. I mean, if Sebastian Fundora's nose is broken, he might need to be out longer than Tszyu, which is crazy when you think about it. But let's wait and see how this plays out. Again, I'm very much interested in what happens next, so that's why I keep doing videos about this. Shout out to all you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like the video and subscribe to the channel for more, as always.